Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 18th of July, 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 had closed down 0.3% today to 8,037 points on the back of a sell-off in tech stocks. That was precipitated by a tumble on Wall Street. More on that shortly. WiseTech Global led the tech stocks lower, falling 6.6%, while data center operator NextDC tumbled nearly 5%. The tech index of the ASX 200 finished the day down about 3.5%. Now, the telco index, which mostly reflects Telstra, was also down. It was off more than 1%, but otherwise, there really wasn't much movement on the bourse. Among the large caps, the banks were mixed, the big miners were lower, and the retailers generally higher. CSL and Goodman Group both closed up more than 1%. Now, in corporate news, Telix Pharmaceuticals' share price dropped nearly 3% in heavy trading after earlier in the day it actually hit a record high. That's after it released strong quarterly sales and upgraded earnings guidance. And Evolution Mining rose nearly 3% after flagging a jump in gold production during the last quarter. Story number 2, the economy added 50,000 new jobs last month, well above expectations, triggering a few forecasts of an interest rate hike next month. About 50,200 people found work last month, mostly in full-time jobs, according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics. But that didn't stop the unemployment rate rising to 4.1% from 4% in May, with the ongoing surge in foreign arrivals pushing more people into the labour market. The participation rate, that's the proportion of people working or looking for a job, jumped to a near record high of 66.9%. Story number 3, tech stocks globally are running into a few headwinds, with the strongest being US-China relations. The US has proposed to increase trade restrictions on sales of advanced semiconductor technology to China, and that sent the Nasdaq down nearly 3% overnight. The big name tech stocks got caught up in the selling. Nvidia's share price fell 6.6%. Apple was down 2.5% and Microsoft was off 1.3%. Asian technology stocks also fell, with a major Japanese chip maker, Tokyo Electron, off a massive 11%. Away from equities, Brent crude is fetching just under $86 a barrel. Gold is creeping towards $2,500 an ounce, and iron ore is steady. Bitcoin's trading just under $65,000 a unit, and the Aussie dollar is fetching 67.4 US cents. Story number 4, retailer Accent Group said it will close 17 Glue stores due to a weak performance from the youth fashion brand. Chief Executive Daniel Agostinelli said trading conditions had improved across the group, which includes 34 brands and stores like Nude Lucy, The Athlete's Foot and Platypus. He said the decision to exit 17 underperforming stores, leaving 17 stores still open, plus the digital operations, will allow Glue management to focus on profitable outlets. And staying in retail, candles and fragrances retailer Dusk said its sales growth improved over the second half thanks to more successful promotions and a better performance by its online channel. However, for the full financial year, sales are still expected to be down about 8%. And story number 5, buy now, pay later group Zipco wants to introduce a Pay 8 product to allow customers to pay for more expensive items such as travel and white goods. Zip is pretty much focused on its 3.8 million American customers nowadays, and over recent days it's raised money from investors to eliminate some of its debt. The group, which is currently under investigation in the US over whether it violated consumer protection laws, wants to accelerate its growth in the world's biggest economy, and the new plan of 8 payments rather than 4 is part of that strategy. According to media reports, Zip is forecast to announce core earnings for the last financial year of around $68 million. That's a turnaround from a loss the previous financial year. In Australia, it's got about 2.2 million active customers, but last quarter, the value of transactions were down 11%. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 18th of July, 2024. Julian King and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Friday edition of Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.